Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today, back on Forza Horizon 4 as usual, this time with the Honda NSX. We took a little bit of a look at it yesterday in pretty much yesterday's video, but right now I want to go ahead and mess around with this thing, see if I can get it to be nice and fast. Now, obviously I can't do like a proper tune on this thing, but like if I just add like race suspension, some race tires, get the power to be up slightly, and we'll see what it's like. Hopefully, this is a good car to drive. Now, we have a few engine swaps that we're able to do with this thing. I kind of want to keep it stock, but then at the same time, I kind of want to engine swap it because I know we can get this thing to be kind of fast. So I have driven a stock in yesterday's video, so I think in this video I'm going to try and do a little bit of engine swapping action and see what we can do to this thing. So I haven't actually checked to see what we can actually change on this car. Apparently, there's a lot of engines here. We can put the BMW engine in it, LS, rally engine. We get 3.3-liter V8 racing engine. Okay, that's cool. We have a 3.5-liter twin-turbo hybrid engine, which I'm mostly positive that it's from the newer Acura NSX / Honda NSX, like the brand new one. Pretty sure that's what that's from. That's the only hybrid engine that's twin-turbo. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. I'm pretty sure that's it. It's also only a 3.5-liter. Yeah, that's definitely it. And then we have a racing V8 as well, a 7.2-liter, which I kind of want to try out. I mean, this one seems like we've had experience with this one, as like this specific V8 here, because it's a racing engine. It's also a lot lighter. What about this one, the 3-liter one? How much power can we squeeze out of this? That is the big question here. So I think the last one goes up to like 1,300 horsepower because it's in the Mosler that we were able to put the other V8 engine in it. This one goes up to about 775. So this one, I'm pretty sure it goes up to, wait, actually, let's try the hybrid engine, which is probably one of them that I'm just not gonna like use up. I'm most likely gonna go with the last one, the V8, because it's a very good engine. This engine's pretty heavy that we have on right now compared to the racing engine, and makes about 1,000 horsepower. We can't even like, I mean, it's already turbocharged, but yeah, makes about 1,000 horsepower. So I'm gonna guess that the best engine to use, or the one that gives the most power output, is going to be this one, the very last one. So let's try squeeze out as much power as possible out of this one. 1,200, 1,356 horsepower, and this thing weighs just about 1,299 kilos, which isn't too bad. Not bad at all. I'm going to keep it rear-wheel drive though. I am going to add Forza parts because I'm going to go ahead and actually change the downforce of it. So that's gonna happen. I'm gonna put race tires on this, obviously, make them as wide as possible, and we'll see. I mean, like visually, I don't really know if I want to change this too much, wheels wise. I am probably gonna choose some different wheels though, because I think there are some nice wheels that we can have on this NSX that will actually make it look kind of decent. You know what? I'll be right back. I'm gonna try to find a set of wheels for this thing that I really like. Oh, I love these Red Sports. They go so well with so many different types of cars. I really like these. I'm going to keep these on. I'm going to have to lower this thing first of all as well before I do anything else, because I really want to see what this looks like once it's lowered. Because right now, I mean, it looks alright. It's a little bit cambered already. I haven't even done anything to the suspension. It's a little bit cambered. But since we're going to turn this thing into somewhat of a race car, it's going to look pretty decent once it's lowered. We can put drift suspension on it if we really wanted to. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put rally, or I'm going to put race suspension. I clicked on rally and I was like, I'm going to put rally suspension on it. I'm not going to do that. And then as light as it goes, which is 1,118 kilos. So, by the looks of things, it's not fairly fast. The handling's pretty high. It's an S2 car as well, so we can, I mean, there's nothing really else that we can change on this thing to get higher. I think we can get it if I go with an all-wheel drive setup. Oh my god, this thing goes into X-Class. If I do that. I kind of want to try that, because it might be really interesting if we just... Oh wow, I didn't realize that the ratings would go so high. So my handling is at 9.1. It's going to be a little bit worse, I think, now that it's an all-wheel drive compared to a rear-wheel drive. But I think our launch is going to be a lot better. Our exit out of corners is going to be a lot better. It weighs just a little bit more. Our top speed is still pretty low. What is it at? 210. I think we can change that a little bit. But for our ratings here, I mean, it's not really that great. I mean, I kind of want this thing to be fast. Not like top speed wise, but I want this thing to be fast around corners. So we'll see how much grip this thing has around any sort of corners, and see if I have to change anything. Alright, let's see what this thing is actually like now. It's fairly fast. I might have to mess with my gear ratios because I'm already about to cap it off. I think it's, what was it, like 210 miles per hour is what our top speed was. It's very lively. I haven't done anything to the tune on this thing right now. Oh my god. Alright, relax, car. Relax. It's got a lot of power. It's got so much power. It accelerates out of corners so fast. This is interesting to drive. It's nothing super special about it. Like, it's not like a muzzle or whatever. But it's fast. It understeers quite a bit though, so the grip-wise on the front end isn't really the best. What I do, however, want to change on this thing is I do want to mess with this. I think I want to make it a little bit more rear bias. So let's bring that to about 85% to the rear wheels and try to see what it's like now. Because going into corners and coming out of corners, I mean, it does tend to oversteer a little bit, but there are points where I sort of turn in and then the front just doesn't turn in. When I accelerate, there we go, that's what I wanted. So this I think would have been like good as a rear wheel drive, but not good enough to the point where I would like to leave it as a rear wheel drive. And those gear ratios, man, we have to change those 100%. I really do think that I need to mess with my my diff as well a little bit, I think. Just to see what that's like. I'm gonna get this to about 240 miles per hour, 241, there you go. We'll keep it at that, because I think it'll still accelerate very quickly. It's a fast car. It's a fast car. No doubt about that, but I don't think this will be that decent compared to something like the KTM or anything like that, or any of the McLarens. It's alright though. This definitely helps though, by the way. The whole power distribution to the rear wheels I think is much better now than it was before. Because sending all that power to the front wheels just makes this thing want to understeer when I'm accelerating. So now it makes it oversteer, but it's a lot more controllable as I crash into a wall. I say that. Let's try do something with it just to test it out a little bit more. Oh god, this is bad. It understeers so hard. Like it's weird to think like what the muzzler can actually do. And then comparing other cars to it. I mean, I've been driving a muzzler recently. That's why I'm mentioning it a lot in this video. I've been driving it recently a lot. And I can... Oh my god. It's completely different. This is definitely not made to have this much power on this chassis. Obviously not. 132. Jesus. So yeah, it's a little bit too much power. I think it's too much power. You don't need it. You can get it to slide a little bit. It is mid-engine and rear-wheel drive stock, but I wonder what it would be like to have 1,300 horsepower on the rear wheels only. There's a 150. It's very interesting to drive. It's definitely nowhere near like one of the fastest cars in the game, even though we can put like this crazy engine in it. But it's like nowhere near that. It's alright to drive. It's not that bad, but it definitely needs to be a little bit less powerful because you just don't need this much. It can't use it. You can use it in a straight line. You can use it in a straight line, but like other than that, in corners, it's so difficult to put your foot down with it. It just doesn't like it. Look how slow I have to go to take this corner. Again, with a little bit of a diff upgrade or a tune, this would definitely be able to take corners faster, but it's just, I don't think it's nowhere near something like the McLaren or all that sort of stuff. So I think now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to see if I can do a nice top speed run here. See if this thing can actually do some decent speed, even though the speed on this thing, it only says like it's rated at like 7.9 or something like that. we'll be the judge of that. We'll be the judge of that. So instead of messing around with that, let's go ahead and pretty much get rid of all of our camber. And just as a standard setup here, we'll bring obviously all of this over to speed. And I'll bring our top speed up by another mile an hour. Oh, never mind, by 0.2 miles of an hour. So let's see what sort of top speed can this car actually get to. So 250, pretty easy. 262, impressive. 268, 271, okay. 271.9, 272. I'm just looking at that. I mean, I don't know exactly what sort of speed we're going to be able to get to, because by the looks of things, I'm gone way past 288 miles per hour on the chart. But I think maybe the shape of this thing stops it from going to that speed. Again, there's other changes I can do, springs, dampers, all that sort of stuff that will get this thing top speed to go higher, but it won't make it go like significantly higher than what that is written there. So let's try a nice top speed run with this thing. Let's see what it can do. I'm impressed. 271, 2, 3. 273 by the looks of things is as fast as I got this thing to go. It's not bad. It's not bad for top speed. Oh, it's gone. But it's not bad. One other question. What is this car like to do danger sign jumps with? That's another thing I want to test this thing out on. Because it has like a really good shape, a nice aerodynamic shape. So will it float through the air easily or not? That is an interesting question I kind of want to try out. I don't know which one I should try and do here. Nice one that I can actually have like a good run up on, I think would be good. We could do the one where I kind of got like really like high, what's it called? Like a really high time on, which is this one right here. So let's try it. Like there's nothing really else I can say here. Let's just try this thing. I am on race tires, not on rally tires, so I don't know if that's going to be much of a difference here, but we'll see what this thing is like. So top speed wise, this is set to go as fast as possible. We don't really need that much acceleration for this thing, because I mean it'll accelerate to its top speed hopefully very quickly here. I don't know how well it's going to take these corners. Very badly, very badly compared to the Koenigsegg that we used. It's not great. I'm going to try turning in a little bit earlier, even cutting it a little bit. Okay, it's very similar to the Koenigsegg. We are a little bit off-road, but it's keeping the speed up, just like the Koenigsegg. It's pointed straight up into the sky. It seems to be going down very quick. That wasn't actually too bad. I think we can get, if we get a little bit of a better run-up, this might actually be kind of decent. It's on race suspension as well. It is low, as low as possible, which what I think I'm going to do here is, because we're going to get this thing to fly really high, I'm going to try and stiffen the front end, because then when I hit off things, it'll point my nose up to the sky, pretty much. When I hit off ramps. So if I do that, I mean obviously now the handling is going to be terrible on this thing, but when I hit off things, it should end up flying kind of far. I mean, getting 500 meters with that wasn't actually that bad. The Koenigsegg, I barely did more, and I went a lot faster. Oh man, this thing just gets pointed up to the sky. Jesus. Okay, this might be a very interesting car for doing jumps with. I just don't like the way it's at an angle now, because it's gonna go down a lot faster. Oh my, this thing floats. Okay, 490. Okay, well, I can't see a thing. I'm probably not even gonna land on the road. It's a little bit all over the place. Yeah, it's not that great. I thought it was gonna be kind of good. I just wanted to see what it was like. At least we made it to the road. That wasn't too bad. I just wanted to see what it was like, to be honest. I wanted to see if we could get this thing to actually have any sort of decent qualities about it. Final thoughts on it. It's not the fastest car. It doesn't handle the best. It doesn't fly as far as some of the other cars. So overall, it's not really an amazing car. It's a good car. It's fun to drive. I don't think this is one of those cars that you want to put like max amount of horsepower in it. Like whatever you can put in the car. I don't think this car should have like 1,300 horsepower that it has now. I think this should have a lot less. I don't really like it at this point. I think maybe around 500 horsepower is like just enough to drive this thing and drive it well, and it'll be a fun car to drive. Obviously I ended up messing around with it just to see what we can do to this car, because this racing V8 that's in it now is unreal for a lot of different cars that you can actually use it in, especially the Mosler. And since the Mosler is like one of the fastest cars in the game, I wanted to see if this thing can actually maybe keep up with it, but it can't, obviously. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, if you want to see more videos like this on this channel, don't forget to subscribe. There you go. We've done a new personal best, though, on that event. But yeah, if you guys want to see any more videos on the channel, me checking out some cars. Again, this was the brand new NSX added into the game. If you guys want to see yesterday's video, where I messed around with the Mercedes, what is it? It's like a 1920... or so. I can't remember exactly what it is. I'll show you guys which one it is here. It's a 1929 Mercedes Super Sport Cruise Barker Roadster. It's a mouthful, but yeah, this was fun to drift. So if you guys want to see that video, I've uploaded it yesterday. You guys can check it out on the channel. But yeah, that's it. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.